Hello out there. This is Dr. Renita Gabriel. I'm a licensed psychologist and Christian counselor, and this is my video 3 of the 4 and 4 challenge. I was actually challenged by Don Napoleon of the Napoleon Complex Project. Shout out to Don. Hey, Don. Don actually shot my video for The Point of It All, A Faith-Based Guide to Successful Living, which is my first book. You can find the video that he shot in my feed on LinkedIn. If you scroll up, I'm sure it's there. If it's not there for whatever reason, then you can find it on YouTube, my YouTube channel, which is Dr. Renita Gabriel. And I also wanted to shout out Paul Carrick Brunson, who challenged Don Napoleon and has challenged some other folks on LinkedIn. So shout out to Paul as well. So self-care. I wanted to talk about self-care today. Self-care is a buzzword that's flying around a lot on the media, social media, and rightfully so. Self-care is actually really important. And basically, what self-care is anything that we do to replenish ourselves. Okay, a lot of the time, when we're working, in our relationships, the different tasks that we do. Through the day-to-day activities, we give a lot of ourselves, we expend a lot of energy, and a lot of times we're depleted by the time it's all said and done. And so it's important that we have something routinely in place that we can do to replenish ourselves. And so there's actually an article that I found that I think is really helpful. It gives us a good idea of what self-care is and what it's not. It was done by, I believe it was a journalist who interviewed several other mental health professionals about self-care, and they give their tidbits and their 2 cents about it. But I think it's really helpful, and so I'm going to attach it to this LinkedIn post so you can check it out for yourselves. I also wrote a blog post on my website on mindfulness and that practice as it relates to self-care, being in tune with yourself and taking time to stop, look, and listen. As it relates to mindfulness and slowing down. So check that out when you get a chance. It's on my website, which is drrenitagabriel.com, and doctor is spelled D-R, and then my first name, R-E-N-I-T-A, Gabriel.com. And so to sort of end this video, I wanted to pose a challenge to you, my own challenge, and I'm going to call this the 1 and 1 challenge. And basically what it is I'd like for you to think about one thing you can do, one self-care activity that you can do, and one choice, one intentional choice or intentional decision that you can make to fit that activity into your life. So for example, maybe the one thing might be more quiet time, more devotional time, with the Lord. And say, you have a really hectic day during the day and the evenings are not much, better in terms of, being less hectic. So what can you do? How can you fit that activity, that self-care activity into your schedule? So it might be, you waking up a little bit earlier, sacrificing that extra 10 minutes of sleep to get in, the level of devotion and meditation that you might, need. So that's an example. So can you think of one thing that you can do that's a self-care activity, and then one way that you can be intentional about, implementing that so that you can actually do it. So that's my challenge to you. I hope that you will consider taking me up on it. Thank you for listening, and once again, I hope this was informational. If you do need mental health treatment at this time, I would encourage you to go to your insurance provider. They usually have a website that has a list of the local providers, mental health providers that take your insurance. Another resource is psychologytoday.com, which is a website where you can do a search for a particular counselor in a particular area. If you're actually in the PG County, Bowie, Maryland area, I am currently accepting clients, and so if you would like to meet with me, you can go to safeharbor1.com, www.safeharbor1.com, and look for Bowie counselors. You should find my name there, and you can find out through the website how to make an appointment with me. Okay, take care, everyone. Have a great day.